Hello, hello, beautiful people. It's time for our second little under 10-minute snippet of being not trapped in the house, but immobile for things like jobs and regular life and daily programming. So I really love this idea. Like I said, I had it last night as I was trying to go to sleep, and waking up this morning, I was trying to meditate, and I realized that I could do this in the morning as well and share some of those thoughts that popped into my head this morning, which were, I'm gonna really try to keep this centered on coping and how I'm coping and how I frame my day, and again thinking of it from a perspective of fellow folks in recovery just trying to survive all this craziness. So part of my daily routine every day is to meditate, to read my daily meditations or readings, as some people call them. So I think I've decided, instead of, since you can't see the pictures I post when I usually take screenshots of the books and share them within my group and sometimes on Facebook or Instagram. But I think I'm going to go vocal on the daily readings out of this one book that I really enjoy. And it's from the Hazelden meditation collection. This one's called Body, Mind, and Spirit. And I have to say, this collection of books, I've been exposed to one of the other ones. I can't remember the title. There's one at work that's for women, but it's, again, a daily reading from this same collection, I think, from the Hazelden Meditations. It looks like there's a Hazelden bookstore, but anyway, so I'm going to read you today's. Today is March 29th, and here goes. A friend is one who knows all about you and loves you just the same. Albert Hubbard. No one is perfect, but most of us want to be, especially in recovery. If we were still able to work or go to school or do housework when we were drinking or using, imagine what we could do in recovery. But this kind of thinking sets us up for failure. Recovery does not mean becoming superhuman. It means returning to simply being human with all our strengths and all our weaknesses. It also means accepting a power greater than ourselves. Learning to accept or at least tolerate another's faults and weaknesses rather than passing judgment on them is crucial to our own recovery and our ability to make real, lasting friends. First, of course, we must slowly learn to accept ourselves, stop judging ourselves, and replace the quote-unquote bad parent inside with the good parent to become our own best friend. As we keep trying to improve in certain areas, we can learn to love ourselves today, even though we are not perfect and never will be. Today, help me care enough about me to be a good friend to myself. So love those readings. And by the way, I'm not going to edit these episodes. They're going to be like a freestyle version of podcast. So what you see is what you get. I am also going to ask you a little favor. And I guess maybe this will be one of my feelings, is maybe I've been afraid to even ask for what I'm about to, and I don't know why, because it's a matter of time, and maybe that's why it's easier to ask now. But if you could take the time to please rate the podcast, subscribe, leave a review, any or all of the above would be very helpful. Now that everybody has a little bit more time on their hand, maybe you can take the 5 minutes or so, but it's really helpful in the podcasting world. And I'm not sure why I've had so much fear around asking you for help, because if you're listening, I'm guessing you want to help. So that would be great. The other thing I just wanted to share with you that I woke up thinking about, well, a couple things, I guess. So I woke up thinking about, how am I going to set the tone for the day? And the voices in my head want to go for a bike ride, but it's kind of raining. So I've had that little inner struggle. So I think I'm going to still try to get out there. I hope, if it's not pouring. So I know I need to do something to set the tone for the day. Part of why I'm jumping on here now, and part of why I'm sharing that with you. But what I also realized is I'm supposed to be in Kansas City right now, visiting my friends. Yesterday, I was supposed to start the morning with a hike and then go to a concert with one of my buddies. Blue October concert, by the way. And yes, I'll continue to give them plugs because they're good for my sanity. So my watch and my calendar keep reminding me of all the great activities I had set up. This morning, I was supposed to be in church with Wendy, who was a guest on one of our prior episodes. So it's real easy to look at these reminders and feel a little bit of sadness and loss of that, trip. And then my mind goes back to the big picture stuff of, okay, yeah, Bobbie, you're not entitled to have a pissy party about not being on vacation when there's real problems out there right now. So, but I am entitled to feel what I want to feel. I just need to, I feel like I need to just be cognizant of the real, that there's real stuff, not to discount my feelings or whatever and what's important to me, but just really, I don't have anything to genuinely complain about. And it's just important that I keep reminding myself of that. Anyway. So you are probably going to hear from me later before I go to bed, or after I lay down, my mind races and then I jump out like last night. So as you go through your day, please be thinking of some self-care items that you could do for yourself. It could be, reading a couple of lines like I just did from the reading book, taking your shower, doing some yoga, meditating, lots of options from the house. So you will hear from me later. I hope that you're having a great day. And that's all I got. Don't go too crazy. Love you, beautiful people. You get what you wish for. And